Hi, Vignesh here. Um, okay, so today uh, we are going to see about the linear search program in COBOL. Okay, so before that, what is search? That is, you should know, right? So, search is nothing but we are going to search some elements inside the file, or else we are just going to search that element inside an array or inside the list or inside the table. Okay, sorry. So this search algorithm, so if you are like a computer science student, or if you learned about data structures, you know about that search algorithm comes into the picture whenever there is a concept called an array. Without an array, we cannot proceed for the search algorithm, right? So why we are searching the records? See, the requirement is to search some records. Okay, like the program is going to search that record alone. Okay, um, let us assume. Okay, so here, so this is the input file. Okay, in this input file, so this is for our training purpose, and this is for our understanding purpose. Okay, the input file is not in the sorted order. Okay, based on the name as well, based on the student mark as well. Okay, so the record length of the file is 20. The length of the student name is 12 bytes, and the length of the student mark is 5 bytes, because this is not an assumed decimal, this is a decimal value. We should calculate this also as 1 byte of length. Okay, now before that, 1 minute. Okay, now um, why we are going for linear search? Anyone? Okay. Yes, I'm seeing your chat in another laptop. Not a problem. Yes. Okay, I got it. Yes. So linear search, why we are going for linear searches? That is an interview question. Okay. Commonly, any company will ask you why we should go for linear search and why we should go for binary search. What is the common difference between the linear search and binary search? Okay, if you are like a fresher, you used to say search and searcher, correct? So in search, we can use multiple when conditions, we can use multiple comparison operators like equal to, greater than, um, less than or equal to. But in binary search, only equal to operation that we should use, and we should use only one when condition. Okay, so these are all very good interview answers we can give in the interview. The main purpose that we are going for linear search is because the file contains the records which are not in the sorted order, right? That is the main purpose. For the binary search, you should perform sort. Okay, based on the key field, the binary search will work. Actually, the key field should not contain any duplicate. Okay, you cannot assume that name is a key field, and also you cannot assume that a mark is a key field, because both may contains the duplicate. So for that, we should introduce a key field for the binary search, but we are not going to see the binary search now. So let's start with linear search, right? Okay, so this is the linear search program 1. Okay, so people, I don't want to explain about the divisions, sections and paragraph here, and you also know about this, right? For the file program, environment division is compulsory, and input output section, that is also compulsory. The file control paragraph, okay, it says about the file dataset name definition, that is the dd name of the file, okay, the dash d device. Okay, so this file is stored in the dash a device with the dd name of input 01, correct, and the file status code. Okay, so we have to define the record layout of the input file. So the student name, okay, 12 bytes and one filler, and student marks 5 bytes and filler of 2 bytes. Okay, so why we are going for error file concept, which is very important. We are not going to append the program, rather than we are going to write those records in the error file. So this is also the requirement you will get into your real-time project. Okay, instead of appending the program, please write those records into an error file. Or else if you want to append the program, yes, you can go ahead and very well append the program. Okay, so same thing guys, for the error file, okay, the student error name here and the student error mark also the same length. So we are using a concept called student error case 1. So where this got error, either in the student name we got the error, or either in the student mark we got the error. Okay, for the clarity we are using this. Okay, if any production support person is going to say that, okay, where is the error, right? So if there is an error in the student name, then that will display like error in the student name, please check. If there is an error in the student mark, then that will display like error in the student mark, please check. So that is what we need, and we have to display to the production support person, because he may take some enormous amount of time to analyze the program. So you should code the above paragraph as well while you are writing your code in the production environment. So that is the real-time project code. Okay, but we are not going to write here. We are just going to write in the name of error handling. Okay, so that is completely error handling routine concept. Okay, okay, very important concept. Linear search, right? So why we are going for linear search, and what you should do before performing the linear search. Okay, so before performing the linear search, we have to read records from the input file, and then we have to validate them. After validation, if it is found to be perfect, then we need to move them to the array or list. We have to load, right? Then only we can go for search operation. Okay, so array concept also coming into the picture. So we're not going for index here, so we are going for subscript, because since we have only 10 records, we can go for subscript. Okay, if it is like the file is going to contain more than 1000 records, also we can go for subscript, not a problem. But millions of records, subscript is not good. Subscript is not recommended for millions of records. Go with index, because your SME's on-site review person will not approve your coding. Okay, an end of file, you know what is end of file. Okay, so why we are going for subscript? Okay, so I told you already. Okay, we are going for the subscript concept for the main reason we have very less number of records. Okay, so always try to initialize the subscript. Okay, this is not like your C language. Okay, the subscript always starts from 0, but here it is the subscript always starts from 1, right? You know that for loop, right? For loop, everyone knows for I is equal to 0, the condition. Okay, I is less than or equal to 10, I plus plus or I minus minus. Okay. There an index starts from 0, but here in COBOL, okay, it starts from 1. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, and this is end of file flag, and this is not end of file flag, and this is the output variable, okay, which is going to display the marks of the student after search. And it is a very good practice to have the count variables, which is nothing but an accumulator variable, right? In project, we used to say it is an accumulator, working storage accumulator variables. All the count variables will be there. So input count, okay, so this is for counting the number of records in the file, and error count, how many records got error out. So I just initialize this alone. Okay, I'm not initializing everything. Okay, it is not recommended in this situation, but in project try to initialize all the variables. Okay, that is good practice, because you have to reuse the variables, right? Because it is a batch process. Okay, it will run 5 times a day, 10 times a day. So you know junk values will be there. Your program may get SOC 7. Better go for initialize concepts. But this is our testing purpose, and not for testing, this is our training program. Okay, so that's why I'm saying, okay, wherever I need to initialize, I'm just initializing here. And file status variable for file 1, and this is for the file 2. Okay, see, this is what we are going to accept through the run JCL, but I'm not going to accept those variables. Instead of, I'm just going to hard code here itself in the program. Okay, so this is WS number of student, right? So this WF number of student is nothing but only 10 records are there in the file. That's why I'm giving 10. And required name, I'm just going to hard code here. So this is for our understanding, okay, how to abend the program. Okay, but here we cannot use any abend program because this is our training module. Okay, abend program, you have to call some that is DB2, right? DSNTIAR, right? That is DB2. That's IBM abend utility. But for COBOL, I think ILBA, BA, and something. Okay, so okay, that it yeah, it will differ according to the project. But here we don't have any reason. We are using some call statement, and then okay, that program is not found, right? You will get S806, which is nothing but load module not found, or something like executable module not found, or the member name not found. Okay, so that is the error. So that here we are just trying to open in that way for our understanding purpose. Okay, so this is our table or list or an array. It's a single dimension table, no need to worry. Okay, so this is occurs class, correct? You can give 10 for the 10 records, or else you can give 20 also. That is not a problem. Okay, 20 also not a problem. You can give 15, that's not a problem. But if you are giving 8, 9, you will get an error, right? User 4038. Okay, that at all we will see one by one. And this is for our understanding. Okay, this is for name is found or name is not found. Okay, so you got it. Okay, now come to the main core part of the program. So before going to the any file programs, you have to set the not end of file to true, right? Correct. Now it's our mandatory, guys. Okay, to debug the program, we have to use many display paragraph. Right? Whenever the paragraph is going to start, just use display main para started, display input para started. So in that way only you have to code. That is like a debugging. In project you have very good debugging tool. Okay, they have purchased very good debugging tool like XP editor. Okay, but here you have to debug yourself using display state. Okay, that is a very good way of coding, but in some projects still they are not using debugging. Okay, the production support person is like working hard to debug where the code got failed. It's a very tactic project. Okay, so if you are into the project you will learn more, but going forward, how many times will you do that work without tools? Okay, that is not at all good, right? Yeah, that is not good. Okay, okay. Now perform input para. Okay, so in this input para, what we are going to do? Okay, so come here to the input para. So I told you, like, you have to code like this, and we are moving some values to the number of student is 10, and the name is Babu, right? So Babu, I think the name, it's already in the file, right? So we are going to search this value. Okay, sorry. So now display the required name. So it will display Babu, right? So this will display the Babu and display number of students. So 30, 10 records, right? That you need to display that. Okay. This is also kind of debugging. Now, before reading, you should open the file, right? So the file which you are going to read, open in the input mode, and the file you are going to write, that should be open in the output mode. So whenever you are trying to open any file, please evaluate the code. So you will get file open error also. That's why. So if the input file is open successful, like, okay, or else you will get the status code here. Okay, that's not a problem. Similar for the file number 2. Now come to the read para. Okay, so you can ask me, you told me we are using search, then why we are using perform with test after varying? You can also use perform varying. You can also remove this with test after, not a problem. Perform varying also having the same meaning. Okay, perform with the test after means first it will execute the condition. Okay, and then after that execution of the paragraph, then it will check the condition. Okay, so subscript is the hero right here. Using the subscript or an index only, we are going to address each and every element in an array, right? So using the subscript only, you can load the records from the file into an array. So subscript means number of occurrence, you know that. And how can you initialize a subscript? No, it's not set state. Yeah, add one to the subscript, correct. Add plus one. But for an index, yeah, set index up by one, correct. Set index down by one, up by one, right? You know that. Yeah. So here, you have to check until the subscript value becomes the number of student. Okay, you are going to read all the records, okay, until 10 equal to 10, right? So that's why I'm using the perform with the test after. This is a loop actually. Okay, so now the value is 1, correct? 1 is equal to 10. No, it is not true. Okay, now, okay, the condition or the control comes here. Perform until w is end of 5. Okay, you have to read all the records until w is end of file. Okay, at end then you can set the flag to true. Not at end, you have to add the count variable here itself. Somebody, okay, you have asked the doubt, right? Krishna, are you there? Yes, so you have asked the doubt. So the doubt, I know that. um, yeah, so where to add the count, right? Yeah, at not at end statement you should add the count. Okay, yes. Now what is the next? This is going to read the first record, right? So after reading the first record successful, you have to validate, man. You have to validate. That is a very good programmer programmer work. Okay, you have to validate. Once again we are evaluating if it is 10. This is for your understanding purpose I have coded. Okay, now the first record, okay, will be validated here. Okay, how it is going to validate? So we code it like it should be alphabetic, right? And it should not be equal to spaces, and the marks also it should not equal to zeros. Okay, if you want to remove the zeros, okay, you can remove, but we are not going to degrade anyone performance. Okay, all students are very good students. They are going to they are, yeah, they are very brilliant students. Okay, they are going to score above 80 or 70. I'm not degrading anyone performance. Okay, you are capable of doing it and you can do it. Okay, so no one is going to, yeah, no one is going to score that. Okay, marks, okay, it's not important, knowledge is important. Okay, now come here. It's important to get an admission. Yes. Okay, don't pull me out of the topic. Come here. Okay, here, okay, we have that student marks is not alphabetic. Yeah, it's correct, it should not be alphabetic. Okay, and it should not be equal to spaces also. Okay, then the validation is success and the first record will be loaded into an array, right? So first record is loaded into an array. After the first record is loaded into an array, the subscript is incremented to 2. That is what we are doing here, right? So now the value is 2. Okay, 2 is not equal to 10, right? Now it will go for the second record. It will read the second record and the input count is incremented to 2. So similar thing, guys. Okay, second record is validated, and after the second record is validated, that will be loaded into an array, right? So now the subscript is 3. Now third record, similarly third record, so 3 is not equal, 3 is equal to 10, condition false. Now third record will be, yeah, okay, that is going to be fetch from the file, not fetch. Okay, we are going to read. Okay, read and fetch, don't confuse. Please don't confuse. Fetch is different. Okay, read is like you're going to read means file, fetch means database. Okay, don't confuse, because yeah, okay, so some people have came for DB2 training. That's why I used fetch. Okay, sorry. Here, okay, when, okay, 10th record, okay, if it is successfully loaded, everything will be loaded. Okay, if there is no error, when there is error, okay, you have to move all the records into the file, or else if you want to move the name alone, you can move name, or if you want to move all the records also, you can move. Better try to move all the records. That will be good for you and for the production support person as well. But here we coded like error in student name, please check, but you will get error in student mark also, right? So you will see that in the next program. Okay, so write student error. Okay, so write also file operation. Okay, you are going to write, right? Yeah. Now if that write is successful, success, you have to add. And what is the count? Okay, and if again any error in the write operation, display with the file status code. Okay, now after doing all the process, control will come to the search para, right? The search para, now the game starts. Okay, how the game is going to work. So search para started. So I'm just once again going to move the value Babu to the required name, right? You can move n number of times, but if you are moving here also fine, or in the above also fine, not a problem. Now Babu will be displayed, and I'm just going to display all the array element before searching. That's why I'm using this one. Okay, same guys. Now the subscript, okay, before searching you need to set to 1. Okay, so that will be automatically set to 1, okay, if you have initialized, right? So we have initialized, right? The subscript value has been initialized here with 0 1. Okay, so now it is initialized. It is initialized here itself, in the loop itself. Okay, you need not to initialize there, or you need not to initialize like move 1 to ws subscript. Okay, it's not required. It is initialized in the perform statement itself. Okay, now it's 1. Okay, 1 by 1 until, okay, now 1 is equal to 10. No, and we have another condition, name found. If name found is true, okay, the loop will be terminated. Okay, so but here, okay, we are searching, right? That student name is required name. No, right? Now you have the subscript value 1, right? What is the first value in the file? Vignesh, right? Vignesh, right? Is Vignesh is equal to Babu? No, right? And similarly, now this will be incremented. Okay, similarly, this will be incremented for the second search. Okay, so you can use like add +1 to the subscript here also before here, but okay, so I'm not using here. Okay, so yeah, anyone, what is your doubt? Okay, let me try that. I will try that, no problem. You want me to use that add +1 to the subscript? Okay, I will use, not a problem, but this is also correct logic. Okay, so once again the subscript will be incremented, right? Now 2 is not equal to 10. Okay, it will check here into ram is there, it's not equal to Babu. So until 8th value guys, this loop will execute. Babu is equal to Babu, right? So if the subscript is going to be 8, okay, then you have to display the student name is found, right? And set this flag is true guys. Now this flag is true, the loop will terminate, right, automatically. Yeah, so here you have to use that. Yeah, here also you can increment, like I have incremented here, right? Here also you can increment that subscript, not a problem. So if name not found, display student is not found in the list. Okay, else I'm just going to move that student mark of the subscript value to the output. Okay, for the displaying purpose. Okay, why we declare markout? No, you got it right. It's a variable. Sorry. I'm very sorry. Yeah, so I'm very sorry guys. I should not come into this pitch mode. Correct, edit mode. I will go into the view mode because I have already written this program, that's why. Okay, don't go into the edit mode because you will do like this, the program will change. That's what, because this is emulator, is not your production software. Okay, Now close the files. After closing the file, the control will come here, right? Display number of input records, display number of error records. What is the error count? So this is for our convenience. If error count is 0, you have to display there is no error records. Initialize the error count, but we gave value 0 itself in the error count. Okay, that's for our understanding. And then display the error count is, okay, what is the error count? So yeah, we will try that. Okay, we will try that. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, what is going to happen now? Let me submit the job, right? I think I have already did the compilation. COBOL search. Okay, let me do the compilation once. Okay, this is COBOL search. I will do a compilation. Let's see what's the output after compiling the job. Execution. What's the job ID? Okay, it's an execution. Okay, it's successfully completed. Max is a 0. So you have to validate the sysprint. Okay, so you have to validate whether you got return code 0 or not. Okay, so this is something indication message. You need not to worry about this. Okay, these are the informational messages. Okay, there are three informational messages. One is recording mode of F. What is recording mode of F? It's a fixed file. Correct. Fixed block. Correct. You are correct. Okay, nothing wrong with that. And you will get another message also. Yeah. See. Okay. So this is how your compilation, okay, takes that. And if you see that this compilation code, okay, sorry, this compiler, it converts all the COBOL English language into an object code. Okay, this is nothing but the object code. Okay, all are converted into an object code. So if you see this, okay, so 1 minute, I want to show something. See, when I did the compilation also, that date and time is there in the compilation history. So this is how you need to look. Okay, whenever you got some event, go and look the compile listing. Okay, you will get the date and time when did it got compiled. Okay, that is what important. Yeah, you have to find like date. Okay, date means you'll get this, right? Date. See, so the date is here, correct? And here, I I told you what is the object code. It is in the form of hexadecimal. You cannot understand this object code. See, all are the object code. See, if you come down a little bit, see your object code, right? So you cannot understand this. This object code is not an executable one. So that's why we are going for the link edit process. Link edit process converts an object code into an executable code using the HEWLR IEWA, right? Yeah, it will create the load module as well. Okay, so you have to check the written code. Okay, the written code is 0. Processing completed. Okay, so this is all about the compilation. Let me run the search JCL. Okay, I'm not going to run this because we don't have any output file, right? Sorry, output file 2. Okay, submit this. Sorry. I have to search, change the program. Okay, submit. Let's see what is your output. Your max is 0. Good. Go and check this board. Check this is out. So this is very important. What we are going to check in this is out. So 10 records. Babu is the name that we are going to search. Both the files have been opened successfully with return code 00. Okay, I told you read para started. Read is success. Okay, the record, first record is Vignesh. Okay, that record have been read, and validation is also success. That also loaded into an array. Similarly, second record will be fetched. I told you Ram is fetched, and similarly that record is validated and loaded into an array. Same thing for Arun, Priya, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Shakti, Babu, Muthu, okay, Anila. Okay, so enter the name of the required student, right? You gave Anila and Babu. You gave Babu as well here. What is the mistake you gave? So you gave Babu, right? But you are using Anila. Okay, the name found is Babu, something you have, okay, something you have missed in the program. Let me check. Let me check. Might be you gave, wait, here you gave Babu. So here also you gave Babu, right? Okay, then how comes that Anila came? Okay. So this one is displaying the last element inside the array. Okay, the last element inside an array, right? I told you this one is displaying the last element inside an array. That's correct. Yeah, you are confusing me. See, in the search paragraph, we gave this, right? And display the required name. Babu is displayed. What is the last element inside the array that has been displayed? Correct? Correct. So that is what we got Anila here in the last element in the array. Okay, now we are just searching the student mark of Babu is 98. That's good because Babu mark is 98. Correct, 98. Okay, somebody told me to use add one to the subscript, right? Where before end perform or after end perform? After end perform, correct. You only told me to add subscript. Let me try that also. Add +1 to ws subscript. Okay, let me see what you are getting here. Oh, you have to compile the program. You did changes, right? Compile this. I'm waiting. Okay. You got max is 0. Let me submit the job. Okay. Submit the job. So you got max is 0, right? You got max is 0. Let me look the output because you told me to use add one to the subscript. That's a good idea, but let me look at the output. What you are getting in the output. I told you you will get the wrong output. This is quite important because why it is referring 78.9. Any idea why it is referring Muthu? So that's why you please stop using the plus one there. Okay. Yeah, loading you can use, but search every time you need to initialize, that I know. That is initializing this perform loop itself, right? So don't do that. So remove that. Where you added here only, right? Remove that. Remove this fellow. Save the changes. Compile it. You will get the correct output. Go for the JCL. Okay. You are viewing the file, but don't open in an edit mode. That is what I'm advising. Okay, search. So now go for the output. Yeah, you sorry. Now you will get the correct value, right? Babu's 98. So this is the perfect linear search program. Okay. Okay. Do you want me to explain JCL as well? Who is that? Come on. It. Yeah. You are asking me why we are using this equal to share instead of new comma catalog comma delete. Because we are going to do this, okay, for repeated number of times, right? We are going to submit for n number of times because the file is existing. If you are once again going to use new comma catalog comma delete, it will throw like JCL error. Duplicate dataset name already exists. So try to give disk equal to share. Existing dataset, always give disk equal to share. You can give mod comma catalog, but it will append the record. Okay, mod is not. No. Use disk equal to share. This load module contains the COBOL search. Yeah. Anything? No problem, right? Yeah, because this is our software, we always required to use this volume serial number JSS1. Okay, guys. So this is about the COBOL linear search. Okay, I have already explained in theoretical way also. Uh, just 1 minute. Okay, let me try with error logic. If error logic also works fine, then it's a very good program. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the name Vignesh, and I'm just going to remove the mark for Priya. So this is error as per our logic we coded in the validation pair. Name should not be space and the mark also should not be space. Let me try with error logic. What is the output you are getting? You have to see. Submit this. You need not to compile it once again because that you know. Submit it. So this is the error file. Correct. Error file. It contains the error record. And error 1, it says error in the student name, please check. Here error in student mark, but according to the program we coded, it will say error in student name itself. Okay, you can check the Priya, but mark is, we gave space, why we got 0? Yes, correct. Because mark is numeric. If you give space also, you will get 0 there. Okay, that is, yeah, value replacement will be taken care by the COBOL system itself, not COBOL COS operating system. Yeah, you are always great. You are always having very good knowledge than me. Good. Okay, now let us go for the spool. Go and see what is the output you got. Okay, go to down. I don't want to waste my time. Go to down. See, two records in the error count, and Babu is the name. Okay. Um, yeah, that is like error. First is the error, right? Yeah, you'll get error one. Second record, not second record, third record is error, right? You'll get that. Okay, two is error. So error logic also works fine. Okay, but I want to write those error records into separate files. If you are getting student name as error, write in one file. If you are getting student mark as error, write in that in another file. Okay, so that is the next program. Okay, because this is the perfect program. This will say where the error is, right? So this is the perfect program. So we used two error files here. Okay, student name error file and student mark error file. Both are having the same record length of 50 bytes. Okay, so program I know. Okay, I already explained, but you people want me to explain again? No, right? I will explain the record layout. Okay, see, you have to define uniquely. Okay, all the variables should be unique, guys. Otherwise, you will get an error like the variable is not defined uniquely. Okay, so group variable. So this level one variable also you should define uniquely. Okay, only the variables that you declare using numeric you can use for computation. You cannot use alphanumeric for computation. It's not good. Okay, yeah, you should not use. You'll I will tell you that during that alphanumeric numeric variables comp variables. Yeah, I will. Yeah, during that time I will tell you. If you are going to use comp also, you will get the data security. The data is encrypted. Okay, you will not understand because binary and hexadecimal is not understandable by any human. No. Common man, I'm saying, not you, man. You are a legend, right? I know that. Correct. You will convert the binary into numeric. That conversion, I know that. Binary to decimal. I know that, but common man, like, okay, he don't know anything. He just know English. He don't know computer science. He cannot understand, right? For security purpose, we are using this. Same thing here. Nothing changed. Okay. So Akkus I gave 10 times. So we will also play with Akkus. Okay. What will happen while decreasing, and we also going to play with append in this program itself. Okay, guys. So here, you're just going to write it into the two files. Okay. So yeah, one more file. You have to evaluate that file status code 3. Since we are going to write it into the three files, we are validating separately. Okay, I'm validating the student name separately, and then I'm saying like student name is good. So if you use move here, it will load student name alone into the array, but don't use move here. You can use move after validating the mark. Okay, if there is any error in the student name, that needs to be displayed, right? And for that I have used a logic like perform error para 1. So error para 1, okay, it will write like error in student name only, please check, but it will load all the records. Entire records will be loaded into the error file 1. Okay, because that is what we need, right? Yeah. So similarly, if there is any error in the student mark, that's why we are using this concept. Okay, previously, we got we got error. Okay, for error in the mark we got error in student name, right? But this time you will get error in student mark. Okay, for that we are going with this logic. This logic is very good logic. Okay, you can use this. Okay, after validating them, use only one move para. So you are going to load them into an array, right? So after loading that, so you are going to search. But here I used Anila for searching. Okay, you have to close that. Yeah, I use Anila, right? Yeah. First itself I have moved Anila. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Now I will try with this program. I have not changed anything. I'm not going to compile, but I'm just going to submit the JC. Use output. Okay, save it. Submit. You got max is 0, right? Now go and check the error file 1 and error file 2. See, error file 1 says error in student name, please check. And error file 2, it says error in student mark, please check. It will be replaced by zeros. You please, okay, you please don't care about that. But student mark is error, right? You have to check that. Okay, you got it? What's the concept here? Okay, so let me play with array concept that occurs class, right? Sorry, I want to display the spool. Okay, no problem. I will display the spool. It will say, okay, now you used Anila. Okay, you got Anila, right? 98.8, correct. Yeah, 2 is error count. That's a default. Okay, now we have to play with the occurs class. You told me to decrease the occurs class number. Yeah, obviously it will not work. Sorry, I let COBOL. So where is it occurs class? Okay, I'm just going to write like 0 8 times or 9 times also it will happen, right? Search to, use search to, submit. Compilation is done. Now go for the JC. Hmm. Max is 0. Condition code is 0. Maximum condition code is 0. Now submit, guys. You will see a typical append, user append 4038. Got it? System append user 4038. Okay, see that append. What the append says. What the append says, that is what we need, right? What the append says, guys. Very important. The reference to the table student by verb 01 on line number 153. Line number 153. Where is line number 153 here? Is this line number 153? No, right? It says line number 1 to 153 in your dump. Okay, in your dump. This is called dump. Okay, so you have to check. Okay, copy the last three, yeah, 3 bytes of the offset address, and you can see. But this is common error, you can understand. Address an area outside the region of the table, because you define only 8 times, right? If it is going for the ninth record, right? It is going for the ninth record and 10th record. So you, you can see it is only loaded, but search is not started, right? Yeah. Now search here, find that address 35C, right? 35C. If you find that address 35C, you will not get. What I will say, find WS variable, working storage variable. See, subscript is 9, right? Subscript is 9, right? That's there. Okay. If you see here, 8 records got loaded, right? Mark and Muthu. 8 records got loaded, right? When it is ninth record, it is abending. When it is ninth record, it is abending. It is not finding the ninth record, man. That's the reason. It is not finding any ninth record. Okay, it is not able to find the ninth record. No, no, no. Not like that. Not like that, right? Ah, see, first record. It's blank, right? Second record, you know that. Similarly, mark. How many marks are there? Subscript 5 to subscript 6 elements same as above. So that you know, right? Found flag also not good. But student mark, why we got 9999? We declare in that way, right? Correct. Correct, correct. Not a problem. But it is trying to access the ninth element. That's why it has got failed. Okay. This is the dump. People will say dump master. That is another tool. This is similar to that, but dump master is a very good. In some projects, we are using dump master as well. So better, I will change to 20. This will work. 20 also it will work. It will not happen. It will not happen because we are giving excess limit. It will not happen because in the compiler option we have mentioned no SS range, right? Or SS range. That you have to check in the compiler. This is the compiler PDS. You have to go there and you have to check there. Will you open the file, please? No, no, view mode, no problem. View mode. Sometimes in production it will happen, guys. Even in view mode also, it will say like this user opened the dataset in view mode. Simple happen. See, 0, right? 20 also you got 0. Not a problem. Okay. You told me go to the compiler. This one, right? IBM. I will show that the compiler. See, we mention SS range. Okay, that's good. You also need to mention the SS range in the compiler. I will not open the compiler because it's a security reason. I should not open the compiler always during the recording session. Okay, because compilers, okay, some people have coded according to the software. I will not open going forward. Yeah, sure. Okay, guys, anything you want in this search program? Anything, any points we missed? Anything you want to say? Abel logic, correct. That's logic, correct. I found it. Okay, sorry. Go into the edit mode. Let me go with Abel logic, the last logic we are going to perform today. Okay, call the abend program. This will say like load module not found, but our intention is to abend the program. Got it? Submit compilation. Go for the JCL. Compilation is successful. Go for the JCL. Run JCL. You code it. See, we have successfully abandoned, but okay. in this training, but it's a load module not found, member not found. But our intention is to abandon, right? See the abandoned code. It is stopping after one record itself. If you see, after getting one error, this abandoning, you should abandon. Okay, furtherly you should not proceed with. Okay, if you are facing one error, please stop the process, don't proceed, correct the process and then proceed. That is what the system, because it will affect the downstream. Okay, a single error record, it will affect all the downstream applications, right? You have to correct it and you have to resend the record. It's a double work. In the project you have downstream, you have upstream. Okay, you have to look for that. Okay, so single error record will cost you 1 hour also. Your time will be wasted. Your time will be wasted, right? Your effort also will be wasted. So always, okay, try to open the program. Go to the dump. Some Okay, go to the dump. If you want to see the dump, okay, go to the variable. Subscript is one. Okay, the required name we gave, an open program. It's started. Correct. Everything is zero, guys. Error count is zero. Input count is zero. And after that, we gave Anila's required name, but you know, occurs 20 we gave. This is, ANGR. ANGR is nothing but your table. Okay, you got it. You got it. It will say man and handle condition only. Okay, so this is our Avan logic. So okay, you don't want to abandon, then what you need to do? Hmm? Okay, you don't want to abandon. Okay, then what you need to do? You want to send all the records without error. Okay, okay, I'll send that, not a problem. Vignesh, Priya, Marcus, I will give this time 98, sorry, 98.5. Yeah, no, you have to compile because you changed it, right? Compilation successful. Submit the JSON. Okay, now you will be getting the perfect search program using perform varying, not the search statement. In interview, they will ask, do the search using perform varying. Don't use search statement. They will ask because they want to filter the candidates. Okay, they want to filter the candidates. In that way, also they will ask you the question. So this is the perfect search program, guys. 3 files have been opened successfully. Okay, first record is good. Student name is good. Student mark is good. It's loaded into an array. Second record, that also loaded into an array. Similarly, all the 10 records is loaded into an array. Finally, we are searching the mark. It's good. Okay. Okay, I will give you the program. I have the program here. Okay, I have already prepared. This is the first program. I will give the second program. Sure, no problem. Okay, guys. So if you like my video, okay, please like this video and please subscribe and give your support to our mainframe training channel. And if you want to join our training, please contact. The number in the description is a WhatsApp number also. Please contact and we will provide you the training, okay, in the best of cost. That's why I have not revealed the amount yet now, okay, because we want to, okay, give you the training with all the understanding. We don't want to rush up anything, okay. So please contact the number that I have given in the description below. And okay, during training, okay, we will also provide all the materials that you need it, and we are also providing the software. Okay, you have to pay for nearly 5,000 rupees for getting this Vista. Okay, license you have to pay 2,500 rupees. It's okay, Tom Brennan software. You can use PayPal to pay this, but this is a third party one. I'm not going to deal with this. But you can use this Tom Brennan software for 1 month free. After that, you have to pay. Okay, first time you have to use this for 1 month as free. After that, you have to pay that for your temporary purchase. Sorry, not for temporary purchase, permanent purchase. Lifetime, it's 2,500. But mainframe ID, it's also cost involved. Okay, many mainframe ID sellers are selling the ID for 2,500 rupees for 1 or 2 months. Okay, so that also we can provide and that also we can buy. Okay, because I'm just going to give you the mainframe ID, so I'm not going to give this IBM user ID. Okay, so that is good for your practicals. Okay, so we are providing the software as well, and remember that no one will provide the software, right? See, it's not like Java, it's open source. No, this is not open source because mainframe is a server based application. You need to connect to the IP address, right? So Java, okay, it's open source, but MS SQL server is also you have to pay, okay, for connecting the database. Similarly, here also we have DB2. Okay, we will also upload the videos for database too. And thank you for watching the video once again. And please like our video, subscribe, and share to your friends and share to the mainframe fellows, mainframe buddies, because this is the search program. Okay, it's not like your project program, but you will understand the logic how to code the search program using perform reading, not using the search statement. Okay, so thank you.